you're often referred to as an encyclopedia of knowledge by pupils. In the past, you'd have one book open here, another book open here, and be able to refer to different pages and cross-reference as you go, and that's a real...
Well, I was lucky when I was at Lincoln College, Oxford. One of the chaps who taught me in my first year was a chap, his book on American history down there, but he taught me Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations. We had to read sort of one of the set books for the preliminary examination, and then the other thing I was taught by the master of the college, who had been headmaster of Winchester, and he taught us Bede's Ecclesiastical History in medieval Latin.
That's pretty...
Which was an eye-opener.
Pretty serious stuff there.
And anyway, this chap who... he was an expert in American history. I didn't do that but I always became very interested in it. And he then left Lincoln, and he had won the MC during the war because the college thought that they needed a man who had got military experience to keep the unbridled students in order. And he then went off to London to become Professor of American History at London University. And I remember once I attended a lecture he gave at Oxford on sort of Anglo-American relations from the Revolution to modern times, really. And then at Allhallows, when the special subjects changed, as they did about every 3 years, I remember one year we did the American Great Britain and the American Revolution, and then when that had gone on for about 2 or 3 years, the Sherburn wrote to me and said, would you, Derek, sort of agree to applying specially with us to enter the American Revolution again? And I sort of thought for a while, and I thought, no, obviously Sherburn are going to outmatch us. And
there you are.
And
aspiring.
But then when it came up, I did the crisis in the American Union. It was all about the lead up to the Civil War and Gettysburg and the terrible battles which went on, and then the aftermath, which they called the Gilded Age, when there was a good deal of corruption in America, the railway companies and the gold ring and all that sort of stuff.